Hi, this is Suzanne again with a video about back pain. Now, I've already tapped on this back pain. I know why I got it, and I'm doing everything I can to let it go and to let the reasons behind it go. That's very important because pain is there for a reason. So when I moved my back into the position that made it, it was a 5 out of 10. So stay still if you have back pain and just see where it is right now, what number out of 10. Even if it's a 1 or a 2, that's fine, we'll tap on it. Otherwise, if it's a 0 and you know that it's there, if you walk, for example, or if you lift your leg or whatever, then try doing that. But just do one thing so that you can compare like with like as you're tapping. So otherwise, you'll be stretching yourself further and further and getting the same amount of pain, not realizing what you're doing, because we tend to do that. So assess your back pain and then tap with me. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. This back pain just there. 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 Sorry, I just felt like sighing there. This back pain just there. This back pain just there. This back pain just there. Ooh. Oh. Have a stretch. And then reassess the pain. I'm just going to move in. Okay. When I did this before, it was 5 out of 10, and now it's a 3 out of 10, so that's very encouraging. Tap along with me. Assess yourself. Again, don't move if you didn't move the first time. Because if it's stationary, you had a back pain of, let's say, 2 out of 10, and then you got up afterwards and you moved until you got a pain of about 2 out of 10 or even more, it's easy to think this is not working or this is getting worse, and that discourages people from moving forward. And we want to move forward, but we want to compare like with like. So by all means, move around into a more challenging position, obviously, as long as it's safe for you to do so. First of all, compare it in the position that you started with. So tap along with me. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. As you can see, I'm already relaxing somehow. This back pain just there. 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 I'm just going to have a big breather. Okay. Now I'm going to do what I did before to test so that I'll know what exactly I did before, so that I'll get exactly the same kind of thing and be able to compare like with like. So I was just kind of okay, it's a 2 out of 10. So even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this back pain just there, I just want to feel better. This back pain just there. 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 Big stretch. Boy. And then as I go to that position, it's maybe a 1.8. So I'm going to get to 2 reasons why I got this pain. So one thing that I did is for 10 days I wasn't able to go to the gym, and then when I was able to go, it's unusual for me to have 10 days where I can't go, but for 10 days I couldn't go, and when I was able to go, my core had weakened, and I was given an exercise to do in a gym class, and I wasn't thinking. I think I had things on my mind, I wasn't thinking, and instead of using my core muscles, I used my back muscles. And that, coupled with not having exercised properly for 10 days, is what gave me, the next day I was feeling terrible. Sorry, I've been yawning so much. I get tears in my eyes when I've been yawning so much. So, let's see. Another thing that I can think of is I've kind of been carrying a lot of people on my back. I mean, a lot of people. And I haven't had anyone carry me. I felt very alone. And I'll probably be doing a video about that and my coping mechanisms during that very difficult period. And I just wonder which one of the 2 is more relevant for my back, but I'm not going to sit here and wonder. I'm just going to tap on both of them and see what happens. I'm going to start with the sudden exercise thing and not using my core muscles. Even though I used my back instead of my core muscles, and I ended up giving myself this really, really horrible tightness in the muscles, I just want to move forward. Even though I used my core muscles, no, even though I didn't use my core muscles, which was what I was supposed to do, and I used the wrong muscles in my back instead. I forgive myself and I just want to move on. Even though I didn't use my core muscles and I used the wrong muscles in my back instead, I forgive myself, I've learnt my lesson, and I just want to move on. Instead of using my core, I used the wrong muscles in my back. Instead of using my core, I used the wrong muscles in my back. Instead of using my core, I used the wrong muscles in my back. Instead of using my core, I used the wrong muscles in my back. Instead of using my core, I used the wrong muscles in my back. I forgive myself and allow myself to move on. I just want to feel better. So let me move around in the way that I was before. It's a half. Okay. So just go with me, tap along with me, and as I think that the back is very much about support, and I really have been carrying a lot of people on my back. I didn't have to. And thinking about it in the last few days, I just realized, thinking and tapping, that I just didn't have to. But I did. And I created myself more problems. I created myself a real rod for my back unnecessarily. And so I'll tap on that and see what happens. Even though I've been carrying so many people on my back unnecessarily, and nobody has been there to carry me, I just want to feel better. Even though I've been carrying all these people on my back unnecessarily, creating a rod for my back unnecessarily, I choose to learn from the experience and move forward. I'm important. I choose to support myself now. Even though I've been carrying all these people on my back unnecessarily, and often it has not been rewarding. Quite the opposite. It's a lesson for me not to give too much. Because nobody goes to you and says, well done, when you've given too much. You just fall apart instead. And that's not a good idea. I just want to move forward. I choose to learn from the experience and look after myself now. I choose to support myself. Supporting all these people and not supporting myself. Supporting all these people and not being supported myself. Supporting all these people and not being supported myself. Supporting all these people and not being supported myself. This rod that I made for my back, I choose to let it go. I choose to give myself support. So, there is a twinge, but I'm going further to get it. Where I was before is a 0, but when I went much further I got the twinge of a 2, but otherwise where it was before it was a 0. So I'm going to tap on this some more after my next client in my own time, but I hope this has given you an idea of what you can tap on. I've got a comprehensive back pain course that shows you what else I've been doing in the past few days since this pain started, and I'm just so glad that I've got these tools at my disposal. I hope today has been helpful to you, and till next time, see you later.